In May 2026, 35 nations will meet in Vienna for the 70th Eurovision Song Contest, under the banner United by Music. The organizers, the European Broadcasting Union, maintain a strict mandate. The event is an apolitical celebration of pop music, completely insulated from global conflicts. Outside the arena, that insulation has failed. The 2026 contest is actively splintering under a massive geopolitical boycott centered on Israel's participation amid the war in Gaza. 5 sovereign nations, Spain, Ireland, Iceland, Slovenia, and the Netherlands, have entirely pulled out of the competition in protest. The boycott extends well beyond state broadcasters. In Belgium, massive artist collectives are demanding withdrawal, while in Italy, state broadcast union workers are actively petitioning to strike against the event. Even past champions are rejecting the institution. Former winners have started returning the contest's iconic glass microphone trophy to the organizers. The European Broadcasting Union is trying desperately to enforce an apolitical zone, but when you placed 35 national flags on a single global broadcast, escaping geopolitics is a mechanical impossibility. To understand how the contest reached this breaking point, we have to look at its origins. In 1956, Europe was still physically and culturally fractured from the Second World War. The contest was designed to bridge those divides through the emerging medium of live television. The European Broadcasting Union engineered a massive microwave transmission network to relay this signal across borders, creating a literal technological bridge between rival nations. To force this unity, they established strict parameters. Songs were capped at 3 minutes, they required original compositions, live vocals, and an ironclad ban on political messaging. These rigid rules standardized the broadcast and, over time, homogenized the music. The contest began molding diverse European traditions into a universally digestible pop product. This chart tracks musical trends in Eurovision finals. In the 1950s, minor keys were rare. Recently, they skyrocketed past 75%. Similarly, key changes and rhythmic deviations have been eliminated. Organizers engineered near-perfect musical predictability, contrasting today's political chaos. That highly engineered formula has never actually been able to keep the real world out. Geopolitics have repeatedly pierced the event's apolitical bubble. During the 1964 Copenhagen contest, a demonstrator physically stormed the stage holding a banner that condemned the right-wing dictatorships of competing nations Spain and Portugal. In 1978, as it became mathematically clear that Israel was going to win the competition, several Arab broadcasters completely severed their television transmissions rather than air the victory. In 1998, Dana International became the first trans performer to win the contest. Her victory, holding the Israeli flag aloft, sparked massive cultural and political debates within Israel itself. More recently, the organizers set a fatal precedent. Following the invasion of Ukraine, the EBU completely banned Russia and Belarus from the competition for their geopolitical aggressions. By selectively enforcing political bans on certain nations while shielding others, the EBU effectively destroyed the credibility of its own apolitical defense for 2026. The current crisis is a direct reaction to that double standard. The EBU's refusal to apply the Russia precedent to Israel is the specific trigger driving this year's systemic revolt. This boycott threatens the actual financial survival of the broadcast, specifically because of the withdrawal of Spain. This diagram shows the funding structure, relying heavily on outsized contributions from the Big Five: France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK. With Spain gone and Italy facing internal strike threats, the structural load holding up the 2026 event is collapsing. The pressure is so immense that the Austrian host broadcaster, ORF, has surrendered the illusion entirely. They officially announced they will not censor audience boos or confiscate Palestinian flags during the broadcast. The cascading boycotts of 2026 mark the end of Eurovision's ability to function as a purely pop music escapist fantasy. The contest is, and always has been, a direct mirror of European geopolitics. The crisis in Vienna proves that while united by music is a beautiful sentiment, in a fractured world, true unity requires political accountability, not a catchy chorus in a minor key.